The strange news. The Wizard of Instant Gratification brought strange news to the chief of the tribe. Chief, from the far east, a new tribe has risen. They call themselves the Pandas. They're very kind. They're importing cheap rabbits into our tribe. The chief, who was no fool, thought for a moment. Then he pinched the wizard to wake him up and said, "Impossible! There must be a trick behind this."
Then, with a snap of his fingers, he summoned the Eye of God and ordered it to go and investigate what was going on. The Eye of God wizard immediately flew toward the Panda Tribe. There he saw the Panda chief, with a sly smile, delivering subsidized, cheap carrots to the rabbit breeders so they could raise inexpensive rabbits and export them to the Eagle Tribe.
The Panda chief also didn't tax his producers. In fact, he gave them low-interest loans. But the important part was this. It wasn't out of kindness or generosity. It was a strategy, a way to hurt the economy of the Eagle Tribe.
A secret meeting in the bamboo cave. The elders of the Panda Tribe, worried about their chief's extravagant spending, called for an emergency meeting. The Panda chief smiled and said,
"Carrots and rabbits are good for our tribe, but let's think bigger. We must dominate the rabbit market of other tribes."
Reason 1. Job creation and reducing domestic surplus. Our tribe has a huge population. We must create jobs. Instead of sitting idle and being a burden, our people can raise rabbits. And since we don't want excess rabbits piling up and going to waste, we should export them to distant tribes, even if profits are low at first.
That will make room for more production. That way, the fires of our rabbit breeding caves will never go out, and even our infant industries can safely produce rabbits without worrying about sales.
Reason 2. Market domination. When we sell rabbits cheaply to other tribes, their own breeders won't be able to compete. They'll be forced to close their rabbit caves. After a while, we'll become the only rabbit producers.
And when both supply and demand are in our hands, we can easily strengthen our economic and political influence.
Reason 3. Earning foreign currency. To import coconuts and mangoes, we need the Eagle Tribe's currency. Exporting many rabbits, even at low profit or short-term loss, brings foreign currency into our tribe, so we can buy the coconuts and mangoes we can't produce ourselves.
The Eye of God wizard, jaw dropped, whispered to himself, "These guys are clever, but we're not fools either." He quickly flew back to the Eagle Cave and gave his full report. "Chief, they're stealing our rabbit market. We must act before we become dependent on their rabbits."
The chief smiled, his eyes gleamed, and he said, "If they're trying to destroy our rabbit market through predatory pricing, then it's time we cast the proper economic spell of our own."
The Great Eagle Cave Meeting. From today, every rabbit imported into our tribe must pay a 100% tax. If a rabbit costs 2 shells, it must pay 2 more in taxes. This way, our producers can compete again. The chief had expected applause, but the opposite happened. With tears welling in his eyes, he asked, "Why? Why, though?"
"This tariff you set hurts our own tribespeople. They'll have to pay 4 shells for a rabbit that used to cost 2. That 100% tax ends up on our shoulders, not the pandas."
When everyone knows tariffs are in place and prices will rise, producers might take advantage of the situation and raise prices even higher. So a rabbit might end up costing more than 4 shells.
When tariffs come in, rabbit trading becomes risky. Prices could rise again later. To cover that risk, rabbit producers add a little extra to prices. When rabbits become expensive, everything made from them, rabbit protein powder, rabbit pretzels, rabbit meat, rabbit butter, all get pricier too. Not only will they cost more for our own people, but we'll struggle to export them like before.
And that's when they invented a new proverb.
If you throw your own poo at everybody, expect some of it to fly back at you. But they didn't know about the chief's big heart. For him, the most important thing was protecting his own tribe's producers. Now that imported rabbits were more expensive, domestic breeders could make a decent profit again, and new jobs would be created.
He also wanted to put political pressure on the Panda Tribe. The chief believed that since the pandas wanted to trade, they should also buy more of our mangoes and coconuts to make trade fair and balanced.